The Hulk rushes at Ultron first, but the villain knocks him to the ground with one blow. The Captain and Thor throw their weapons at him. Ultron catches a hammer and a shield and throws it at his feet. Ultron simply ignores the Avengers' attacks. Tony shoots him with a repulsor on his chest. Ultron releases a red ray into the sky and all the Avengers' equipment goes out of order. He's going to destroy the Avengers with the same beam. But Thor throws a hammer right in his face. Tony says he can block Ultron's signal. The Captain asks Hulk and Thor to buy them some time. Stark regains control of the equipment. Hulk beats Ultron. The robot is preparing to shoot him in the face, but Barton puts an electromagnetic arrow into Ultron's head. He falls on his back. Barton's arrow turned off Ultron and all the Avengers' equipment. Ultron recovers and flies away. Tony flies after Ultron. Tony jumps out of his suit. The suit sticks to Ultron and explodes. The Hulk catches Tony falling and they land next to the rest of the Avengers. The Avengers are training in the tower. Barton says that Tony has been looking for Ultron for a week, but to no avail. The Widow demands that Stark let the Avengers go because they have their own business. Stark says he will find Ultron himself. The Avengers leave the tower. The Widow detains a petty robber. Her copy looks at her from the alley. Sam is studying in the college auditorium. Friday helps him. Suddenly Sam's tablet turns off and he sees a strange figure outside the classroom door. The Captain arrives in Brooklyn. His robotic copy attacks him in the alley. The Captain throws a shield at the robot, but he catches him and throws it back. In the tower, Stark tries to find Ultron's signal. He discovers that Friday is disabled. Stark's suits attack Tony, and he realizes that Ultron has returned. He jumps into the hatch, taking Iron Man's armor with him. The Widow fights with her copy. She is afraid that civilians will suffer. Natasha jumps on the roof of the van and goes to the Avengers Tower. The Falcon fights with the robot. He tries to contact Stark, but the connection is blocked. The Falcon flies to the tower, followed by his copy. The Captain rides a motorcycle to the tower. His double rushes after him. Tony fights with Ultron in the training hall. Ultron says he wants to replace all people on the planet with their copies. Barton comes running to the hall. Archer immobilizes Ultron, but a copy of Hawkeye appears and attacks the heroes. Tony and Clint immobilize robots and they retreat into the living room. The rest of the Avengers arrive there. Everyone is being chased by his copy. The Avengers are fighting with doppelgangers. The Hulk and his copy jump out of the tower. The Hulk slams the robot face into the asphalt. Tony fights Ultron in the air. The Battle of Thors shakes the tower and the Avengers logo breaks off. Iron Man picks it up, but he is knocked down by Ultron. The logo catches Thor and throws it to the Hulk. The Hulk hits his double with the Avengers sign. Tony suggests that the Avengers act spontaneously and illogically to defeat the doppelgangers. Stark flies up close to Ultron and attaches 2 bombs to his back. The Hulk kicks his opponent. The Widow uses cables to tie up a copy. The Falcon asks the Hulk to destroy the column of the building and that, collapsing, presses Sam's doppelganger. The Captain hits Barton's arrow right into the back of his opponent. Thor throws the enemy into the sewer hatch opened by the Captain and shoots lightning after him. Cap covers the hatch with a shield. A powerful explosion shakes the asphalt. The Widow's double orders the rest of the robots to assemble. Thor creates a ring of lightning over the robots. Barton shoots him with an electromagnetic arrow. An energy wave destroys the robots. Ultron launches the device on the helipad of the tower. The force field throws the Avengers away. Tony says that Ultron is preparing to replace the people left inside the field with their copies. The Hulk punches a hole in the ground. The heroes run to the tower through the subway. The Avengers break into the helipad and smash Ultron. Stark catches the robot's head. Ultron says that this is still not the end. In the end, he will improve all people. Thor and Hulk will flatten the helmet into a cake. Iron Man and Black Widow enter Captain America's room in the Avengers Tower. The owner is not in place. Friday reports that the Captain checked in at the exit of the tower in the morning, but he did not indicate where he was going. The captain wakes up on the battlefield of World War II. His friend Bucky is next to him. The captain asks what year it is. Bucky replies that 1944. The captain and Bucky are attacked by Hydra soldiers led by Baron Zemo. The heroes rush to the attack and successfully break through the enemy formation. Zemo leaves on his tank. The captain and Bucky rush after him and fall right under the muzzles of two tanks. The captain departs the shots with a shield, and he and Bucky destroy the tanks. The heroes get to Zemo Castle. Bucky says that they will have to fight their way inside, but the captain says that he knows another way. Together with Bucky, the captain enters the castle through the back door. Bucky steps on a trap. The captain pushes a friend away. A heavy grate is lowered behind the heroes. The captain says that everything is familiar to him, but he cannot remember what happened when he tried to capture Zemo last time. The captain and Bucky enter the main hall. The Baron greets them. The captain offers the villain to surrender. Stark and the Widow fly on the captain's trail. They arrive at the dilapidated Zemo Castle. Tony scans the area and sees the captain's tracks. Stark and Natasha enter the castle. Zemo orders the elite Hydra warriors to attack the captain and Bucky. The reinforced fighters attack the heroes. The captain and Bucky successfully repel the attacks and throw the villains to the floor. Zemo uses an electric shock and stuns Bucky. He orders to take Bucky to his laboratory and kill the captain. 3 elite Hydra fighters surround the captain. Stark and the Widow enter the main hall of the castle and see the captain fighting with the Void. The captain takes Natasha and Tony for new Hydra fighters and attacks them. Tony tries to reason with his friend, but Natasha realizes that Steve's mind has been taken under control. The Widow ties the captain's legs and Stark slams him into the wall. Steve loses consciousness. Natasha says that there are no mind control devices on the captain. She assumes that hypnosis was used here, an old technique from the 50s. An old man appears in the hall accompanied by 2 Hydra soldiers. He says that he is the son of Baron Zemo. The old man injects the soldiers with serum and they mutate into huge monsters. The old man orders the monsters to kill Stark and the Widow. Mutated soldiers attack Stark and Natasha. Zemo Jr. frees the captain from the ropes and says that the captain's mission is not over. He must save Bucky. The captain comes to his senses. He sees 1944 and Zemo Castle around him again. The captain hears Bucky's voice and rushes to help a friend. He opens a secret passage in the wall and he enters Zemo's laboratory. The captain approaches the tied-up Bucky. Zemo Jr. enters the laboratory. He tells the hypnotized captain that Cap is the only one who knew the location of his father's secret laboratory. The old man finds 2 ampoules of the super soldier serum developed by Zemo Sr. and injects himself with 1 dose. The Widow and Tony are fighting with super soldiers. Natasha notices that the opponents are getting slower. The Zemo serum does not last long. Tony throws the Widow on the chandeliers and she brings down one of the chandeliers on the super soldier. Tony throws the second one and he gets tangled in a long carpet. Stark knocks the super soldier out with a punch. The heroes hear a scream and they rush to the captain's aid. In the laboratory, they see a completely transformed old man Zemo and a frozen captain. Zemo says that he no longer needs the Cap and he will leave him in this state forever. Stark and the Widow attack Zemo. He attacks back. Stark grabs the villain and punches them through the wall. Zemo is outside. Stark shoots missiles at him, but the villain knocks them down with pistol shots. The captain wants to free Bucky, but he says that everything that is happening is unreal. The captain needs to leave. The castle is collapsing. The captain is trying to pull Bucky out from under the rubble, but Bucky asks to let him go. Steve regains control of his own mind and he rushes to the aid of Stark and the Widow. Zemo throws Natasha off a cliff. She manages clinging to the ledge with a rope. The villain shoots at Stark and brings down part of the wall on him. The captain appears in time and saves Tony. He fights with Zemo. The Baron is attacked by a Widow who has risen from the abyss. And then Iron Man. Zemo shoots at the heroes. The castle and the rock on which he stands begin to collapse. The last ampoule of serum will fall off the cliff. Zemo rushes after her. The captain catches him by the hand, but the Baron unclenches his fingers and falls into the sea. The Widow catches the falling captain, and the Iron Man picks them both up. Tony scans the area and says that no trace of Zemo has been found. The captain unpacks things in his room in the tower. Stark offers him to install a couple of screens on the walls, but the captain says he likes silence more. The Widow puts a photo of the Avengers on the bedside table next to the bed.